Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening, race fans, as we get set to roll here this evening from Homestead, Miami, here for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. As we got 134 laps to go here tonight. Our grid is small here this evening for this playoff race, as we'll bring it up to you here in just a quick moment as we got them up here. Here's your 7 cars for tonight. Darren Bruce starting out there on pole in row number 1. His outside starting in second is going to be James Manderud. They're starting third tonight is going to be Balin Powell in that number 11. That'll be inside row number 2. To his outside starting fourth is going to be Matt Bank in that number 35. Nathan Lafayette in the 00 starting fifth tonight inside row number 3. To his outside is Mark Kincaid in that number 54 starting sixth. Brianna Lawrence starting in 7th here tonight in that number 6 machine. And it looks like we're just waiting for Darren Bruce to grid up here for us to get on our way here tonight at Homestead, Miami. Unsure where other drivers may be at. We definitely thank you for tuning in here to the Flicker Farm TV on the pole here tonight. We're getting set to roll here. We're just waiting on that last car to grid up. All right, there's Darren Bruce now on the pole there as he got the car finally out here on the track. And we're going to get underway here tonight at Homestead. Who's it going to be this week for the win? We're getting set for the green flag here. They're coming off corner number 4. Green flag will be in the air. And there we go. We're back under racing conditions here to start the Homestead Miami race as we head down here into corner number 1. Almost pushing 3 wide there with Kincaid out there on the high side. You got Matt Bank there in the middle. Now he's going to drop down there to the bottom side. Race is being led there by the 27 of Darren Bruce as they head here onto the front stretch. As we're trying to get one item switched around here, if we can find it here in my codes. As we're getting set to roll here. All right. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the racing so far as Darren Bruce is out there in front. All right. Don't see too much racing action going on here tonight as everybody's single file here for the most part. And like we said, we only have the 7 cars on the track here tonight. So as we said before, across the top of your screen, that is got your banner there of the drivers that are in the playoffs. Yellow means they're still fighting. Red's there as they're trying to work their way in, as they are below that cut line. We see Kincaid here as we're on board with him as they go off of the corner down here across the front straightaway. He's looking to the inside. He's been showing a lot of strength here in the postseason. As you see there, Kincaid is out front there with that green banner, as he has won the race last week. Matt Bank, James Mandarud already laps down here tonight, as we have Matt Bank showing that he crashed. We'll take a quick look at that here on the instant replay. Unsure exactly what happened here to Matt Bank. As they come up the corner, looks like he got loose coming out of 2 and just slowly lost it. Check up there by Brianna, and there goes Bank down there into the inside wall. He is now lapped down here. As Kincaid is out front, Bank, it looks like, may have parked it. They work down here through corner 1 and 2. Darren Bruce down here as he follows on through. Oh, yeah, Mandarud called it done. Bank is sitting in the pits. Got Mark Kincaid out there in front. Darren Bruce there second, with Balin Powell there third. Brianna Lawrence sitting in fourth, and Nathan Lafayette back here in fifth. So really, really small field here tonight. As we pull up the track map so everybody watching can see where their driver may be at, as we are really strung out here. As Kincaid, as we said, is your first driver to lock himself into the next round. Who's it going to be here tonight? As Kincaid is currently leading the race here tonight. Darren Bruce there second. Balin Powell there third. With Brianna Laurent there in fourth. Nathan Lafayette fifth. Everybody runs down through the backstretch here, around into corner number 3 and 4. Back out onto the front stretch. Matt Bank goes across the start-finish line. Here comes Kincaid now to bring it across as they come roaring down here into corner number 1 once again. Should be a pretty quick race here tonight, considering everybody is single file. James Mandarud had some problems as he went off track before he had to make an exit. As we're on board here with Darren Bruce down here through corner number 1. Mark Kincaid way up there against that outside barrier as they come roaring through here. With Darren Bruce there in second. Balin Powell there third. Brianna Laurent there fourth. Down here in the 3, or off of 2, down the backstretch. As he here comes roaring down below beneath Mark Kincaid. Darren Bruce now is going to retake that lead as they head down here into corner number 3. But can he hang on as that outside lane of Kincaid's going to get a little bit momentum coming off the corner? Where will Darren Bruce be? It will be. Oh boy, that was too close to call there at the line, as we are now showing Darren Bruce still battling that front drive there. Down here across through the off the corner number 2, down here across the back straightaway. And Darren Bruce is going to have to fall in. No, scratch that. Darren Bruce is going to pull back down there to the bottom. Mark Kincaid up there at the top side as they come roaring out of 3 and 4. Back over underneath on top now is going to be that number 54 of Mark Kincaid. Darren Bruce there in second as he battles there for that position as hard as he can. As they work down here through the corner of 1 and 2, back out onto the backstretch. Darren Bruce still underneath the number 54 of Kincaid. Everybody else just kind of hanging out, racing their race as it stands right now, as Brianna Lawrence coming there through 1 and 2, along with Nathan Lafayette. Back out front, though, the battle still rages on there for first, as Darren Bruce comes storming down here into corner number 1. Mark Kincaid there in second, Balin Powell there third, Brianna Lawrence back here in fourth with Nathan Lafayette fifth. Back around up here at the front. Battle still rages on here for these playoff contenders as Bruce needs this win to lock himself into the next round. As Kincaid already has the win, as you see there on the top of your screen, he is in green, meaning he is good to go to the next round of the playoffs as they round about here through 1 and 2, back around off of 3 and 4. Kincaid getting the run off of 4 up there on that high side. And you can kind of see up there on the top of the track, when they come through these corners, you can see the scuff marks up there on that high side, up there along there. You can see it there as we're on board here with Darren Bruce as it comes off. Those scuff marks, that is one of the preferred lines to get around here. But as you see, sometimes the cars get a little tight and don't want to really turn, and that shoves them up there into that outside wall, as we see there out of Kincaid, as Kincaid tries to get that run off of corner number 4 as they work back around to the front stretch. Balin Powell starting to reel the front 2 in as they come down through the front stretch down here into corner number 1 here at Homestead, Miami tonight. Darren Bruce still out front as we show him here as we're on board once again off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. In the corner number 3 and 4 they go with Mark Kincaid down up there on the high side. There he is, up into that outside barrier. As we've said, could happen to some of these drivers as they try to find that quick lane around here tonight. Down here into corner number 1 and 2, Darren Bruce up there on the high side with Balin Powell there third. Nathan Lafayette back here in fourth. And rounding out your top 5 is Brianna Lawrence, who is still on the lead lap. As Lafayette got around, Brianna, Matt Bank still back here trying to just put some points on the board as he is several laps down now. And about to become more as Darren Bruce comes up here looking to see if he can make the pass on him. And folks, these Cup cars, these new next-gen Cup cars that we see racing here tonight are not the easiest to go and race. They are a handful as we see them come roaring off of 2. Darren Bruce got a mirror of Kincaid as they come roaring down here into corner number 1. So as they storm up there, you see the 54 of Kincaid trying to almost wall ride it around there, but that's not going to help him much as he swings it way off that high side and bring it way down there on the pit road here at lap number 24. Well, we had a little bit of hiccup there for some reason. We roll here off of 4, back around off of 2, back here into 3. Everybody's rolling here. Great job here by the Genesis Aviation Cup Series here tonight for the Old Glory Racing League. Up there in the top right corner is the league sponsors of Racing Paints, along with Off-Grid Landscaping. Everybody works off of 3 now, off of 2, down the backstretch. Lap number 25, soon to be complete here at Homestead as the laps crank down here. Around off of 4, still Bruce out front with Balin Powell now there in second, Nathan Lafayette there third, Brianna Lawrence down here on pit road, Mark Kincaid rolling off of pit road now. Matt Bank is there now on the same lap as Kincaid from what I'm seeing. We got a little bit of shakeup in the grid as green flag pit stops are underway. Kincaid back there in 5th. The only one with a green banner so far in the playoffs. Darren Bruce trying to gain one as Balin Powell comes down here in 2nd. Not sure if Powell is fully there in the playoffs. I don't think Powell is a player. No, he is not. Powell is not a playoff contender, so he can definitely be a spoiler for one of these playoff drivers. as they come roaring down here into corner number 3 and 4. Down here, off of 4, back around the front stretch. There you see the 27 of Bruce. Balin Powell there second. Nathan Lafayette there third. Brianna Laurent holding on to fourth here. 2 laps down, along with Mark Kincaid and Matt Bank, as they are all 2 laps down. Now, Brianna Laurent is at jeopardy of going another lap down, as Darren Bruce is reeling her in, along with Matt Bank, who is not far in front of Brianna at the moment, as they come down here through off of corner number 4, back down into corner number 1 they go. Round and round we go here at Homestead. Take a quick look at the weather here, as racing seems to be quiet. Here is your weather for tonight, as we have this track at 1.48 miles. The track temperature is 73 degrees. The weather is 69 degrees Fahrenheit for an ambient temperature, 45% humidity, partly cloudy skies here with 2-mile-per-hour winds. I come off the corner number 1. Coming off of the corner here. Down the backstretch. Brianna getting a mirror full of Bruce as they work on down through here on lap number 30. 29 in the books, working on lap 30. Here's Kincaid sitting 5th right now. And he's only sitting there because of the pit stop he did here at lap number 25. And he's 2 laps down because of the green flag pit stop. There comes Balin Powell now down pit road. Darren Bruce up here in first, chasing down Brianna Laurent. Nathan Lafayette here third. As Mark Kincaid is trying to gain back up there to the pack. But as we said, he pitted there it showed me that he pitted at lap 23. Brianna Laurent pitted at lap 24. And the 2 leaders have yet to pit, as Bruce is putting Brianna down another lap. And Balin Powell goes lap down due to being on pit road, as he is working off of the pit road exit as the leaders come around. Down here in the corner number 3 and 4, Darren Bruce out there in front, still leading the race. They come around. Wasn't sure if he was slowing up for pit road or not, but he's going to make it one more lap here. At lap number 33, down here in the corner number 1 they go for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series here tonight. Everybody's doing what they can, hanging on here, with Nathan Lafayette and Darren Bruce being the only cars on the lead lap. Balin Powell kind of is on the lead lap. Balin Powell's not on the lead lap. He is 1 lap down to Darren Bruce, but less than a lap down to Balin Powell. Caution is out here at lap number 34. This is going to be a stage caution, as Darren Bruce goes and brings it out here for the win for the stage. Now looks as we come around here off of corner number 3 and 4. And that crew 1 and 2, they're catching up to the pace truck. So Darren Bruce, he's going to be able to come in underneath this stage and get his fuel and tires. Just waiting for pit road to open up. Nathan Lafayette can do the same. Balin Powell may get his lap back here. Have to wait and see what the lucky dog is. Well, no, it might be. Brianna Laurent could get a lap back. Darren Bruce, Nathan Lafayette, both in the pit lane. So Brianna Laurent, Balin Powell. And it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out, as these guys all could essentially get a lap back. And Mark Kincaid going around the pace car. He must have been the one with the lucky dog. Balin Powell and them sit behind here. Down there on the inside comes Brianna and Powell. Nathan Lafayette up there on track. Mark Kincaid still showing a lap down. Yeah, he now brings it on the pit lane. And Bruce, Nathan Lafayette, your two front runners here tonight. As we're underneath our first stage caution here. So here we go, down here through the corner. Green flag back out as we're heading down here. Through corner number 1 here, off of 4. Or into 3 and 4, I should say. Yeah, I gotta figure out why that's doing what that is. dang thing. We're seeing Darren Bruce out there to the lead once again. Now they head here through 3 and 4, back out here onto the front stretch. Caution is out. We'll see what brought that caution out. I'm not seeing anything out on track. So caution here at lap number 40. Unsure of the reason. I'm trying to see something here that I'm not. That didn't work. Okay, so why is this not working the way it should? I don't know. I don't get it.
Racing or telecast?
67 laps is halfway. We head around corner number 4. There we go. Darren Bruce out there in front. There comes Powell. Now they're sitting third. Kincaid sitting second as they run around the track here tonight. 5 drivers left with Nathan Lafayette sitting there in fourth. Last car on the lead lap. There you see him back there, Lafayette in that 00. Kincaid there about 2 seconds away from first place. Darren Bruce as they come through the corner number 3 and 4. Matt Banks still on pit road. They're in that number 35 machine. Down here through corner number 1 here at lap number 65. Around they go out here in corner number 1 and 2. Kincaid still running that high side. Powell running that lower side, kind of similar to what Bruce was doing as they head down the backstretch here at Homestead. Down into corner number 3. Lap 65 on the board. Pretty long race here tonight, but we've stayed green pretty well for a good portion of it. As they head down here back onto the front stretch, down here in the corner number 1 and 2. As we head down through, it looks to be Darren Bruce there in front with Mark Kincaid second, Balin Powell third, Nathan Lafayette in fourth as they all head down through here tonight. Waiting on just looking through here, lap 67 closing in here to halfway as Balin Powell's looking to the inside as he's hoping to get back up there to Kincaid after Kincaid took that second spot away here. Kincaid is up 4 spots from where he started, and pretty much he's our only mover of the race pretty much, as Brianna Laurent is up 1 and will stay up 1 as she is out over top of Mandarod, and Mandarod is also out. Matt Bank there in 5th. As down 11 laps. Caution is out. That is stage number 2 complete here tonight for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. All right, we're working off down here through the backstretch. On board here with Balin Powell. There's Kincaid. Currently sitting third right now. As we're over halfway now. Kincaid now bringing it to pit road. Darren Bruce out front once again. Very well could have a second driver coming into the playoffs here. Or becoming green for the playoffs, that is. Looks like they all are coming back into pit road, except for Matt Bank, who has 9 laps down at the moment. Now here off of 2, back down here through the backstretch. Matt Bank getting lined up. Everybody single file for this restart. Green flag is out. Darren Bruce leads them to it down here in the corner number 1. Balin Powell sitting second with Mark Kincaid here in third. Nathan Lafayette in fourth. Being the last car on the lead lap. Matt Bank 10 laps down now as they head back out through here down the backstretch. Darren Bruce out front. Now they work off of 4, back around to the front stretch here for lap number 74. Here come Matt Bank going around Kincaid. Lafayette going around Kincaid. I'm unsure what's going on there with the 54. Unless he might be trying to save a little bit. Try to get strategy to play into his realm a little bit. They work here off for Bank up into the wall once again. They come rolling through 3 and 4. Bank again out there in the outside wall, coming down that front stretch in the corner number 1. I thought the track had enough of them black lines around the top of the racetrack, but apparently Matt's saying no, it needed more. So they come down the backstretch there. You see Kincaid going around the bottom of them. Bank really struggling back here with the race car. He's pulling it back into the pits here. Darren Bruce out front. Balin Powell there in second with Nathan Lafayette third. Now we're on board here with Darren Bruce down here heading into 3. Now we said Bat Bank once again having trouble with that outside barrier. Now your 4 lead cars come out onto the front stretch down here into corner number 1 and 2. Side by side they go. Down here through corner number 3 and 4. And on to the front stretch they come with Darren Bruce out there in front. Balin Powell there second, Nathan Lafayette third. Mark Kincaid sitting fourth. Our took 4 drivers, and Matt Bank has hauled it back to the hauler. He is done for the night. As we head down here, it is going to be just 4 drivers to finish this one out here. We're working on lap number 78. Back through here onto the back stretch. Now everybody comes roaring on through here. Back out onto the front stretch. As they head down through here. We got Darren Bruce out there still racing his way out front. Balin Powell there second. Nathan Lafayette third. With Mark Kincaid there fourth. Mark Kincaid looks like he's just kind of slowed his pace, kind of just letting it be at the moment. And you just got to be careful that he doesn't drop off too far, as he's almost at 5 seconds of a gap. Now he closes it back in, closer down to 4.5 seconds. They head off here. I'm wondering if he's trying to bet fuel strategy a little bit here, make this last stage in one stop. And it's possible, as we saw Darren Bruce possibly do that there the first part of the race. As we head down here into corner number 1. Down here through turn number 3 and 4 now. On up off the corner, back down here into the corner number 2. $83 laps on the board. Now we head around turn number 3 and 4. Yeah, we've locked our ticker for the night, considering we only have that many drivers. Now here through the front stretch once again, it is Darren Bruce out there in front. Balin Powell there second. Nathan Lafayette third, with Mark Kincaid there fourth. Closing in, though, on Nathan Lafayette. They head down here through 3 and 4. Kincaid up there on that high side where he's been comfortable most of the night, but I'm almost worried. I honestly, I don't know where tire wear is a factor. I don't know if tire wear is a factor on the bottom side. I don't know if tire wear is more of a factor on the top side. I do know tire wear is a thing, though. So it's just a matter of which lane lets you keep the momentum while wearing the less tire. It's interesting in my head to try to comprehend here. As we head through here, and there's Kincaid back up there putting his own black marks on that outside wall, it looks like. Now we're on board with Kincaid coming down here into corner number 1. Rolling around here, back up there onto corner number 2, onto the backstretch. Lap 87 on the board. Down here through 3 and 4, back out onto the front stretch they come. Down here into corner number 1 they go. The battle heating up here between 2nd through 4th. And that is between Powell, Lafayette, and Kincaid. As Kincaid is starting to roll down and chase down Lafayette. As Kincaid is up there on that high side, running them down now. Has shrunk that 5 second, or almost 5 second gap down to about 2 second now as he gets around the likes of Lafayette heading down here into corner number 1. That is side-by-side action down here through 1 and 2. As they work off of 2, Bruce comes off first. There comes Powell. Kincaid there, 3rd. Lafayette drops back there to 4th. Everybody has gained positions with the exception of Darren Bruce, as Darren Bruce qualified on the pole here tonight and has pretty much led the laps here out there in front. Everybody else trying to chase him down. The only driver I think that may be able to possibly chase down Bruce would be the likes of Kincaid. But again, that all depends on tire wear as they come rolling off of 2 down here into corner number 3. Kincaid getting around Powell now as they come down here into corner number 3 and 4. Kincaid out there in 2nd as they roll off of 4. Powell drops back into 3rd, drops back in line behind Kincaid as they roll down here into corner number 1. 91 lap on the board here as we roll through 1 and 2 once again. It is Darren Bruce out front, Kincaid there 2nd, Balin Powell in 3rd, Nathan Lafayette 4th. So great action going on here tonight. Really, really pleased to see the action that's been taking place as Kincaid is working his way up through the field once again. Tough luck there for Amanda Rudd, Lauren, and Bank as they've all decided to call it a night after struggling with this next-gen car around Homestead, Miami tonight. This is, again, the Genesis Aviation Cup Series. If you're wanting to get involved, as I'm sure they would love to see drivers, but the season is winding out, as we've got maybe a few more races left in the season. But looking forward to next season, I'm sure that they would love to have some more drivers come in and join them here on Wednesday nights. As we see right now, there is only 4 of them active on the track. 3 of them are out. I believe that is due to just the type of track Homestead really lends itself to. It is a tricky track for these next-gen cars. It is, and the next-gen cars are tricky to drive to start with, let alone on a looser racetrack, as you see here tonight. And they're working off of 2 down here into 3 and 4. Bruce still our leader with Kincaid as we're watching him roll around here in 2nd. Now they head down here through off of 4. Down here around off of corner number 1 and 2 again. And down the backstretch, we're on board here with Kincaid as he's trying to find a way, find that momentum to chase down Bruce And does he have what it takes? That is yet to be seen as they run down here into corner number 1 and 2. Darren Bruce there in second with Balin Powell there third. As we head on down through the corner, Kincaid still really preferring that outside lane as they run down off of 4 back across the front straightaway, down across that stripe, making it 96 laps on the board here to complete at Homestead. As they roll off of 2 back around onto the backstretch. Through off of 2 down the backstretch and into corner number 3 and 4 here tonight with Darren Bruce out there in front, Mark Kincaid there second, Balin Powell there in third with Nathan Lafayette there fourth. Off of 4 back out onto the front stretch here on lap number 97, now 98. As we come down the front stretch, 97 laps in the books and complete here tonight at Homestead, Miami, as we head down here into corner number 1 and 2. Once again, Darren Bruce out there in front, Mark Kincaid in second with Balin Powell there third. Nathan Lafayette sitting fourth as they head off of here down into corner number 3. Once again, Darren Bruce out front. And a big gap there, as you can see the gaps there on the top of your screen. Kincaid about 1.8 seconds back off of Bruce. Powell about 3 seconds off the leader. We have Lafayette back here in fourth. They're heading down here through off of the corner. Darren Bruce out there in front with Kincaid there second. We have Powell there third. As everybody works off here onto the back stretch. Bruce out front. Kincaid almost getting company here from Powell as they roll down here into 3. That's kind of what I was wondering. Was he burning his tires up a little bit being on that outside? Did that kind of hurt him a little bit, as it looks like Powell is now gaining on him a little bit as they come storming down the front stretch here down into corner number 1. Kincaid there second, losing a little bit of time there. Now there's only a half a second between himself and Powell as they work down here off of 2 down the backstretch. Powell gaining on Kincaid as Kincaid is slowly losing ground to the leader down here through 3 and 4. As looks like Kincaid is trying to change up his line a little bit as they work down here off the front stretch down into corner number 1 once again. It is side by side there. As they work down through here on to turn number 3 and 4. As they work here off of 2. Kincaid trying to hang on to that second place. As Powell slowly inching his way up there. As Lafayette there in fourth. Bruce out there in front. Bruce seeming very comfortable as well out there in front. As comes Kincaid there back in the third as Powell gets around him, as we kind of thought might be the case. And looks like Kincaid actually brought it to pit road along with Lafayette. Nathan Lafayette and Mark Kincaid down on pit road, so they're going to go lap down here. Maybe two. We'll have to see how quickly they get in and out of pit lane. Looks like Kincaid is taking tires, so he's going to be at least one lap down as he is now on his way out. Lafayette also sitting in the pit road. Here comes Balin Powell now in the pits. So that's going to leave Darren Bruce out there all by his lonesome out there in front until he decides to come in the pit. As we got 30 laps to go here tonight. As they come around corner number 3. Here comes Bruce now in. So everybody now pitted. Everybody should make it to the end. As we got 30 laps to go here tonight at Homestead, Miami in the Genesis Aviation Cup Series, brought to you by the Old Glory Racing League, and brought to you live here on the pole at Flicker Farm TV. FFTv very much appreciate having everybody that watches support us. That is great to see. Hopefully we can slowly gain our database as we start to bring you racing action, hopefully more times through the week. As we broaden our horizons, we hope to bring more different styles of racing as well as we head down here through 1 and 2 with Nathan Lafayette out there in front. Darren Bruce out front. Kincaid there second. So looks like Bruce came in just for fuel. Kincaid taking tires, so this could shake things up here as Kincaid drives in and tries to gain on that 27 of Bruce as they head down here into corner number 1. Bruce doing all he can to hang on, but Kincaid closing that gap as he's now down to 1.5 seconds. There's a 4-second gap back to Powell from our leader, Bruce, as we head down into corner number 3. On board with Bruce now. He's going to run a little bit higher line. Here comes Kincaid. He's going to run more of a middle line through corner number 3 and 4. And head off, and Bruce still out front as they head on down through the corner. Off of 2, Bruce out front, Kincaid slowly reeling him in as he's now down to 1.25 seconds behind Bruce. Now keep in mind, Kincaid already has locked himself into the next round as he won last week. He'd like to try to win this week, but that's going to keep the door open for some of these other drivers, as that means that Bruce will need to try to battle in next week. Powell also try to battle in next week. Kincaid up there in second. Powell there third. Nathan Lafayette fourth as they head down the backstretch. 26 laps to go here for the Genesis Aviation Cup Series as we head down here through 3 and 4. 25 laps soon to be as they head off on 4 onto the front stretch. As we're on board now with Bruce. Down here, off of corner number 3 and 4. Or I'm sorry, not 3 and 4. Off of 1 and 2 down the backstretch for this Genesis Aviation Cup Series here tonight from Old Glory. And don't forget our sponsors up there in the top right-hand corner, Racing Paints and Off-Grid Landscaping. They do what they can to help the league out. Down here through 1 and 2. Back out onto the backstretch. Mark Kincaid still sitting there second. Trying to chase down the leader. He's got about a 1 second gap between him and Bruce. As you see, the drivers there in red, they are going to be down on the lower end of the playoffs. The green is locked in, and the yellow is you're kind of safe, but still could be at risk if you do not get a win here during these races, catching up to the final four, heading into the final race of the season. Down here, off of 2, down the backstretch, Darren Bruce out front there. In that number 27, Mark Kincaid there second. Balin Powell third with Nathan Lafayette fourth. As those are your 4 cars left to race it out here, as Lafayette is about 12.5 seconds behind everybody. As Bruce brings it down there into corner number 1 and 2. I always enjoy seeing the cars out on the racetrack because we always have such great looking cars. Down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Out onto the front stretch. And around they go here. Off of 2, back out onto the backstretch. Bruce really, really running well here tonight. Qualified pole, hangs on to the lead. Might have the strategy to beat, but Kincaid is trying to change that, as Kincaid is now a second there behind Bruce as he rolls through 3 and 4. Choosing a lower line there. Like I said, I wonder if Kincaid is just trying to find what lane works for him to try to get up there, keep the momentum, to keep it rolling through the corner. As every time he enters the corner, he loses now about a tenth of a second from Bruce, but then slowly gains it coming off the corner, but doesn't gain it all back. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kincaid can catch up to Bruce, if he can, as they roll down here into corner number 3 and 4. Lafayette pretty much locked into 4th position here tonight, as Balin Powell looks to be locked into 3rd, unless something crazy happens up here with the battle between Bruce and Kincaid, as they battle down here through 1 and 2. I don't know if Kincaid's going to push too hard or if he's going to be just fine with a 2nd place finish here tonight, as he knows he's locked in and ready to go there for the playoffs. It's just a matter of keeping the points up and up and staying ahead of Powell. Get the best finish you can here tonight without ruining your chances of not finishing at all. That's the last thing you want, is you don't want a DNF showing up on your record. We head down here through 1 and 2. Back out onto the front stretch. I'm sorry, not front stretch, back stretch, sorry. Man, nobody getting looped around, turned around, and everything else here tonight. Trying to keep the race coming to you live here from On the Pole at Flinger Farm TV. FFTv for short. Probably should just start saying FFTv anytime I talk about it. And we head down here in the corner number 3 with Darren Bruce out front. Mark Kincaid there second. Balin Powell third with Nathan Lafayette fourth. As they work here off of the corner, back onto the front stretch. 16 laps to go now here from Homestead as they head down here into corner number 1 with the Genesis Aviation Cup Series here tonight from the Old Glory Racing League. Everybody doing what they can to keep their cars straight. We know how they kind of can loosen up later in the run. There's a little bobble out of Kincaid as he comes off corner number 2. And he's back down to about a 2-second gap there. And looks like the gap to 3rd is lengthening as well. So it looks like everybody's just kind of settling in, trying just to make it to the end of the race, as we now are at 15 laps to go. Down here in the corner number 1. This could very well be your finishing order, as Darren Bruce hangs it on for the win, possibly here, with Kincaid most likely finishing there in second as he gets another bobble coming out of 2. Powell there in 3rd, with Lafayette there fourth as they run down here. Looking really, really good. At the Genesis Aviation Cup Series here tonight, rolling down through corner number 3 and 4 with Bruce out front. We got the 54 of Mark Kincaid sitting second. Again, he's green lighted into the next round. As Balin Powell there in third with Nathan Lafayette there fourth. As you see, the ones there in red are out of the race here tonight. As they work their off up 2 down there across the backstretch. 13 laps to go. I'm almost positive this is going to be how it lays out, as Bruce is 3.5 seconds ahead of Kincaid. Kincaid is 3.5 seconds or so ahead of Powell. And Lafayette back there coming into corner number 3 now, as everybody else is working down the front stretch. He's going to be ending up fourth tonight in that 00. So we'll have a points update for you next week. So keep an eye on those. Keep an eye on the ticker next week, as some of them names may be changing color as we head into the closing weeks of the season. Down here in the corner, number 3 and 4. Once again, there you see Darren Bruce out there in front with, here comes Kincaid. As we said, now he's about 5 seconds back. 11 laps to go here at Homestead. Down here in the corner number 1, Bruce comes out onto the backstretch. Now Kincaid comes out onto the backstretch. Bruce heading down there into corner number 3. Quite a gap here between them all. And it looks like the gap between Mark Kincaid and Balin Powell has closed a little bit, as Powell has closed it down to about 2 seconds. And gaining some here as he brings it down there off of 4. So we might have a fight here for second spot as the laps wind down here. Powell down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Kincaid sitting second right now as we're watching that the ticker there, and the gap closed between Kincaid and Powell as they roll down here through the backstretch. Bruce there in out front with Kincaid second, Powell there third. And Powell could possibly come around and take second spot away from Kincaid. Again, Powell, not a playoff driver, but definitely could be a spoiler for somebody, as he can get in their way quite a bit here. Doing a great job here at the end of the season. As I believe he started the season late here with Old Glory. Down here through 3 and 4. They head on down here. Off of 2 they go, and Powell is there at the back of Kincaid. 8 laps to go. Powell very well getting a little fishtailing off of 2, but Powell keeps it in it and stays right there with Kincaid as they roll down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Powell slowly closing in as it's now down to a quarter-second gap between Kincaid to Powell as they work down the front stretch. Powell getting into the outside barrier there a little bit, coming down the front stretch down here in the corner number 1. 7 laps to go. Bruce really starting to lay it out there. Now it's an 8-second gap between him and Kincaid. Powell losing ground now. I'm sorry, no, Powell is staying about the same here as we head down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Powell's really wanting to try to battle Kincaid there, Bosley, for that second position as they work down here. 6 laps to go. Down in the corner number 1, Kincaid still holding on to second, but the question is for how long. They head down here, and looks like Powell is right there waiting for the chance to strike. They come off of 2. Whoa, the 54 of Kincaid getting a little loose there off of 2. That's allowing Kincaid to close that gap coming down here in the corner number 3. Now it looks like he's going to try to get the run off of 4 down the front stretch and possibly make something happen. Kincaid's going to try to, no, he's going to stay right there in front of him as they roll down here in the corner number 1. As Powell is there, he's going to look to see if he can get the momentum to start drag racing them here soon as it's 5 laps to go down the backstretch. Powell, great job coming off the corner that time, as well as Kincaid, as either one of them got loose down here in the corner number 4. Kincaid sitting there in second as they work off of 4. Looks like, nope, he's not. I thought maybe Powell was going to go to the outside, but chose not to. Backed off of it, going to end up trying to make another run at it here. The laps are closing down. 4 to go. I know we're not paying attention to the leader, but that's because our battle is right here for second and third between Kincaid and Powell. Bruce way out front there. Almost 9 seconds of a gap now over top of second place Kincaid. Now they work off of 4. Powell trying to work to see where the momentum he can gain it to try to get underneath that number 54 of Kincaid. Now they work down here through 1 and 2 once again. There you see Powell way down there on the bottom. He brings it up a little higher down here through the backstretch. But still right there with Kincaid. He's caught him now. Just got to figure out how to keep the momentum up and get the run and make a pass on him as the laps wind down here, 2 to go. Oh no, I don't know if that was intentional or what happened there. Caution is out. Mark Kincaid crashed and ended up in the outside there. I'm unsure exactly what happened coming off of corner number 4. We'll take another look at it here. Kincaid out there in front. And there you see Powell right there behind him. As it come off, I'm unsure exactly what happened here. From that 54, looks like he got loose. As that back end's breaking out, he does, and he just snaps it right around. So he doesn't get touched by anybody. It just snapped around on him coming off of 4. Powell drives underneath him, and that's going to be the end of the night there for Kincaid, as he took a very hard header into that outside wall coming off of 4. So he's most likely finishing there 4th tonight. Green-white checker in store here for us. As it's now down to 3 cars, I believe, as Kincaid is in the pits. We'll see if Kincaid can try to make it back out on track or not, as he's still sitting down there waiting on the repairs to be done. There, Bruce and Powell bring it back down onto pit road along with Lafayette. We'll see who all takes tires and who all will just take fuel only. And who saved a set here for the end. That's going to be the biggest thing. Because if you saved a set of tires, I would take the tires so that I know I can push it to the end. You got a small field, so even taking a little bit extra time in the pit box isn't going to hurt you too bad. As we see Powell taking tires, we see all of the drivers taking tires as they are down here on pit road, waiting on that green flag to get back racing once again here. As caution brought out, and Powell beats the race off pit road. He's going to be your new leader coming to the flag. As Darren Bruce is there in second. Nathan Lafayette there third. Mark Kincaid still waiting on repairs there on pit road. This ought to get exciting as now everybody has fresh tires. Powell doing a great job. He was catching Kincaid there and was at the bumper of Kincaid. I don't know if maybe Kincaid got arrow loose coming off of 4, which is quite possible. But Kincaid there on pit road, I don't think he'll make it back out for the finish of this race, but we will see. We got Bruce and Lafayette out here to try to make a run at the end. And right now, your non-points driver, Powell, is out front. Well, I should say non-points. I shouldn't say non-points, but your non-playoff driver is out there in front. Two Fords and a Chevy out here. Your Fords are your playoff drivers. The Chevrolet is the non-playoff driver. Kincaid still in the pits. 3 laps on the board. It'll be 2 laps when they take the green flag this time by. Fred driving that wonderful looking Chevrolet pace truck here tonight. We head down here into corner number 3 and 4. As the pace truck pulls off, we are going to be green flag racing out there in front. And Powell gets a great restart. He shoots out ahead of Bruce. Bruce is going to fall back in line. 2 laps to go here at Homestead as they head down here into corner number 1 and 2. Bruce right there on the bumper of Powell as they work off. Powell getting a little bit swirly coming off through the middle of the corner. He ends up loose. He's going to end up down there. Oh, man, and he's on his roof down there on the inside. No caution. As he was down there on the apron, no caution still. With 2 laps to go. Here they come off of 4, and it's going to be stay green. Powell, man, getting loose, ends up on his roof. Here comes Nathan Lafayette, Darren Bruce. So one of these drivers is going to end up making themselves a green light here tonight, going into the playoffs going forward. So who's going to get the green light this week? Is it going to be Bruce or is it going to be Lafayette? And it's looking like it's going to be Bruce as he comes through here 3 and 4 out front with the 00 of Nathan Lafayette there second. What a night there for Powell. I thought he was going to be able to finish it out strong. Unfortunately, gets loose coming off of corner number 2 there with 2 to go and slides down, hits the inside barrier hard enough for him to roll it over. And Darren Bruce is going to come away with the win here at Homestead. And that's going to lock him in. It's going to lock him into the green spot here tonight. Oh, there you have it there tonight, folks. Our results are in. With Darren Bruce out there in front, Lafayette there second, Balin Powell there third, Mark Kincaid fourth, Matt Bank there fifth, Brianna Laurent there in sixth, and James Manderud there in seventh. And as you see from the score ticker, Bruce has locked himself in, so now we'll have 2 drivers from the in the playoffs there for next week, as Bruce and Kincaid are both locked in. Will we see a third? That is yet to be seen as we head into the points race next week. As we're sitting here, let's see if we can get with any of our winners. In the wrong thing. That's what's going on. That's part of the reason why. Okay. All right, so we'll have Pal here in third place. Good evening here, Pal. How's it going?
Not good.
Not good.
No, not good. Flipped the car, green white checkers, not good.
I mean, luckily it was a small field, so you still come out with third place, but not the way you want to be leaving the track, that's for sure.
Man, I don't know. I just absolutely suck at that place. I just couldn't ever find it. Couldn't find it right on the top. Couldn't find it right on the bottom. Darren is just him right at the bottom like a work of art. Me and Mark both tried to do it. Couldn't touch what he was doing. So props to him. I need to learn, take a class from him.
You need to get some schooling, huh?
Yeah, man.
Well, congrats there for third place, nonetheless, even though I know it was a small field and you did end up destroying the car there on the second to last lap. But, you know, it happens. I mean, fresh tire that looked like it just broke loose on you coming out of two.
Yeah, it was loose when I entered. I've done that all night. That go roll fourth gear and just hammer through the corner. I don't know. Just not my time, I guess.
Well, hopefully coming into next week, it'll bring you better luck. Your sponsors and shout outs you'd like to give here tonight? Oh. Pal, was there shout outs or that you wanted to give tonight?
Yeah, man. Thanks you for doing the broadcast even with small field. That's pretty tough to do. Thanks, Phil's Glory and White Line. And sorry, I didn't mean to. I hit the wrong button. But yeah, you and thanks to everybody that races this.
All right, well, congrats there for third place. Hopefully we can get you better luck next week.
All right, thanks, man.
That was third place, Balin Powell. Now on to second place, Nathan Lafayette. How's it going?
That's going all right. How about you?
Oh, it's going all right.
Well, hey, we didn't have a big turnout for you to have an exciting broadcast, but hopefully he's got a little bit of a show at the end.
It showed up well there. I mean, it was definitely a great night racing. I'm not sure if we got Powell's interview completely, but we'll deal with that next week, I guess. But it was definitely a great night racing for the most part. I do feel bad for Powell, though, for flipping it there on the second to last lap. But for you, I mean, it seems like you had an okay night. It seemed like Homestead definitely had it out for you drivers tonight.
Yeah, Darren's just able to make the bottom work somehow. I could kind of get the bottom to work in 3 and 4, but I couldn't get it to work in 1 and 2. And so I was running up top, and Darren's just able to make it work down low. So he kind of made us all look bad there. But we'll try to regroup and see what we can figure out for Martinsville.
Well, I know Powell's wanting to take some lessons from him. I don't know. Are you going to take the same class?
Man, if they're offering classes, I may well have to think about it there because yeah, his school is pretty good.
Well, congrats there for second. Who's your shout outs that you want to give here tonight?
Just thanks to White Line. I know it's a small field, but we had 3 drivers show up and we get second, third, fourth. So everything but the win really for us. So it was a good night for the team, and just appreciate everybody. Appreciate you for the broadcast and Genesis, all the other sponsors that we've got for the league to help us get this kind of put on and going. And hopefully we'll get a decent turnout for these last few races, have a good run for the championship, and then come back regroup for next year.
All righty. Well, congrats again on that second place here tonight. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So that was second place. Nathan Lafayette. We'll see if we can get a hold of Bruce now. Hey, Darren, how's it going? Oh, where'd you go? Darren, you there now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Well, congrats there on the victory here tonight. I got a couple drivers that are wondering what rails did you install on the bottom of that racetrack?
Hey, I can show them the line to run, but I can't make them run it. That bottom's the way to go here at Homestead on long runs.
Well, they said that they tried following you, but they just had nothing for you down there on the bottom side. They couldn't quite figure out how you got that car to stick down there.
You got to let out of the gas real soon. Let the car roll down to the bottom, and then there's a certain point where the weight shifts, and you get back on the gas. Well, the weight will shift, and the nose will turn down a little bit, and you got to get back on the gas. And when you do that, it'll hold the nose down, and you just got to kind of steer it with the gas pedal the rest of the way around the corner. But once you get in a groove with it, it's really simple. It's nothing, no big secret, no big trick.
That sounds a little bit like dirt track talk.
It is a little bit, and it's a little dirt track sorcery, I guess. But it's just a matter of getting the weight shifted and the car pointed the right way and using the gas pedal to keep it loaded that way. If you ever have to bobble the gas and let the weight unload, it'll screw your lap up, screw your corner up. That happened to me a few times, but as long as you stay in a good groove where you can keep that throttle down consistent and keep that weight shifted, it's pretty easy to drive.
Yeah, that's definitely dirt track talk because I know all about putting the weight on the right rear and trying to
Yes,
keep
sir.
that weight there.
That's where I cut my teeth. I'm an old dirt track guy from years ago.
Well, I know I always enjoy it on here on iRacing, and that's really what brought me into the iRacing community was the dirt track.
I got you. I never got into it on iRacing. I used to run a limited late model dirt car here on the local tracks, and that's where I kind of learned that weight shift stuff from.
Oh yeah, I watch a local late model driver here in Western PA. So
I hear you, but it was a fun race. I wish there'd have been more cars there. I wish more guys had finished. It's kind of disappointing when people drop out, but in these leagues, that's the way it always goes. When you get toward the end, people kind of get eliminated and they kind of lose interest.
see, I'm one of them ones. Yeah, I might be eliminated, but I'm going to be a spoiler. I'm going to come in and I'm going to race
Hey,
as hard
that's
as
the
I
way I
can and
am.
try to be a spoiler for somebody.
Yes, sir. That's the way I am. I agree with you 100%.
I mean, my race season might be done, but I can come in and maybe try to spoil it for somebody else.
Hey, get them trophies, man. They add up.
No, they do. A win's a win, whether or not it gets you
Yes,
along
sir.
into the playoffs or not.
Oh yeah, yes, sir. Win's a win.
So, who's your shout out you'd like to give here tonight for helping you get into victory lane?
I shout out to my Dirty South guys. I'm still running their paint. Hey, thanks to you for doing your broadcast, your Fleeger Farm channel. I've been watching some of your races. You do a good job. I always want to thank my wife, Leah, for letting me do this. And say hello to my grandkids, Lissa and Sarah Beth and Savannah and Colty. Hope to see you guys around Christmas.
Alrighty, well, congrats, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so that was Darren Bruce here, our winner tonight. As we get ready to head off here, we definitely want to thank all the sponsors and everything that makes this league happen, all the league admins and everything that help pull this together each week. As we head off, we are going to be heading into... We are going to be heading into the Halloween tomorrow night. We'll see if we got anything special planned here at Fleeger Farm TV. I know I have a couple things I wouldn't mind trying, but we'll find out if it works or not. So stay tuned to the Fleeger Farm channel to see if we have anything interesting for Halloween showing up. And then we are back at Lightning Esports for their Sunday night league. And we might be trying to get some more things involved as well as the weeks go on here. So everybody have a great night. Thank you again to all the sponsors that made this possible. And thank you all the viewers that enjoy watching all the racing. Thank you.